Hey everybody, Carolina Knives here. Today we're gonna do a little show off. I don't really want to say show off, more of like a just kind of showing some pretty cool knives. They're all whittler patterns. I got 3 whittlers, but I saw a video and it was showing off. It was on Instagram. It was a pretty cool whittler pattern. So I started looking in my box and I found some whittlers that I liked and that I had from over the years, and a couple different subtle things about each one of them. But I just thought I'll show y'all my little kind of whittler collection, but it's not really a collection. It's just a couple of them that I have, and kind of some one-off cool looking ones. Hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Haven't done a video in a while. Been probably a month. Just been busy from, holiday stuff, going back to work, doing a bunch of fixes and repairs and stuff because we were off for a couple of days. So trying to catch up at work and just been real busy over the holidays. So hope y'all don't, care too much that I haven't made a video in a month, but I'm back and I think I came back with a pretty good video. Hope y'all enjoy. So we're on the drop down. And as you can see, my background's a little bit different than it normally is, but same tray. Just the table I normally film on is our kind of like work table. So our project table, if you want to call it that, where whenever we have something we're doing in the garage or to one of our vehicles, we use this as the table we set everything on, whether it's dirty or gross, and we grind on it. So it's kind of messy right now. You probably won't see it in a video for a while because it's pretty messed up, but I guess it's a good background. I got the knives kind of laid out like this so you can't get a sneak peek. You can kind of get a little bit here and there, but you can't really, it's not giving it away, like laying it down. So I reckon, which one y'all want to see first? Well, it's not y'all's decision because you're not talking to me right now, so it's my decision. I guess I'll go left to right. So, as you can see, kind of tapers. This is a split back cigar whittler case, cigar whittler. It is numbered. This is a case classic. Look at that pretty bone. I think they call it bluegrass bone. That's what it said on the box. I do have original box and papers. I bought it brand new in the box. I wanted a cigar whittler, but I didn't want to pay crazy prices, so I found a tested for somewhat decent price. It says WR Case & Sons right there, billboarded on the blade. And that is a like crazy looking spade blade. Let's get these out of the way so you can see it good. That is just an insane looking spade blade. Look at that. Just kind of it's not spade blade, spear point blade, but it kind of has that spade blade feel to it just because of how, like, it's almost like an arrow at the end of it. That swedge is kind of a gradual swedge, and it goes into, like, right there, it just tapers into almost, looks like an arrow or like a, I don't know, dagger type at the end of it. It's got a long pull. This is the tang stamp if you want to see it. It does have a little scratch right there, just blade rub. It is a tested XX 63094. That's the pattern number. There's the WR Case & Sons, Bradford, PA, 1991, USA. So it is a case classic. I'm going to try not to let those blades rub too much. That bomb shield, I'm just in love with that shield. It looks incredible. That bone on the front is almost like a greenish. It's got some green in there, got some blue. It's almost like moss. And then you flip it over on the back and it's just like aqua blue. Completely different. It is split back, like I said. It does have that gap in there, but normally all the split backs have some sort of gappage just because of how hard it is to make a split back whittler or split back anything. Half stop. I'll do that again for you. Half stop on the pin blade. WR Case & Sons, Bradford, PA. I did oil these when I first got it. As you can see, kind of some little blade rub in there, but that don't bother me none. They fit in there actually very well. I'd say on a pull, I'd say the two secondary blades are about a 6. The main blade's probably a 7. I know y'all want to hear the snap, but I'm trying not to get the blade scratched up even more. Spay blade, half stop, case XX tested, kind of that round type shield. Again, with a little bit of rubbing, not bad at all. Definitely doable. Spay blade, this is kind of a, like I was saying earlier, kind of a different looking spay blade coming from Case, other than their normal type spay blade that they do on like 75 patterns. They're almost kind of sharp looking. And another one of these knives I'm going to show you is the same thing. The spay blade and spear blade are that same type. Keep it from hitting. They fit in there pretty well, actually. Just whenever you go to push down on them, it kind of rubs them together. This is 0038. So maybe it could have been 2,500, 1,500, 1,000. You know, it's going to be over 1,000 since it's 4 digits. So whatever that number is, might be 5,500. Not too sure. But Case, kind of the king of jigging, in my opinion. Very hard to beat. That bone is just crazy looking. And very cool pattern. I like the cigar pattern. Kind of hard to beat this knife. I wish I did get one in maybe like a brown jigged bone. This isn't kind of a normal one coming from Case. I think Case made this. Maybe Queen might have made it. It definitely looks like it could be made by Queen. You know, the Case testeds were kind of contracted out, so it could be something different. But as far as I know, it's Case. And I'm going to keep believing that. We'll do this one. It's not really a weird pattern. I've seen this pattern before. This actually, seeing one of these patterns kind of inspired me to make this video. But I'll just show you instead of trying to explain it. It's in the shape and size of a 47 pattern Stockman, but it is built like a Whitler. And it kind of has that winter bottom bone on the back, but it's kind of jigged in the middle instead of just being the straight lines. And then you got kind of a heavier jigging on the front, but still that same winter bottom. Natural bone, just kind of the jigged natural bone. Not a split back. The one that I saw of this pattern was a split back. So, you know, just a little different. Coping blade, as you typically see on a Whitler. No half stop. Kind of your typical Case shield. Now this blade, I'll save that one for last because I really like that blade. Kind of a Carolina clip blade. You do see there is some rubbing. It's not brand new. It has been used. I don't think it's ever been sharpened though. This is that same sort of time period. 90, that'd be 97 or 93. Not too good with Roman numerals, but it's the time period they were doing. Case decided to randomly switch it up and start doing Roman numerals instead of the normal, the dot system or the X system. And everybody hated it, so they went back to it. I think in 97 is when they stopped it. Early 90s is when they had the Roman numerals. Late 90s is when they swapped back because nobody liked it. I'll do another. Actually, I don't think this one is. Yeah, so that's 1991. That's what they switched to instead of like the Roman numerals. This is S. Let me see if I can get that. SC. I'm going to have to look at it off camera. SC06347. SS. And this is my favorite blade on this knife. Just because, I mean, look how it kind of goes in there and like matches the curvature of the 47. Rubbing, some usage, but a little tiny clip blade. Very cool looking blade. SC, not sure what that stands for. Maybe it's the second blade is different, or maybe second cut stag. Maybe that's what that stands for. 6347. That is, I believe, 6247 is the Stockman. Yeah. 6247 is the 47 pattern Stockman, and then 6347, I guess, is the Whitler pattern. Let's get all the blades open and show you, because it is a cool knife. And I really, really like that bone. It's kind of hard to beat that natural jig bone. In the 90s. 90s was a great decade for case. That 10-year span was just, they made some incredible knives. That kind of like 90s and early 2000s for case was amazing, in my opinion. Made some of the best knives they've ever made. Snap. And then I'm gonna kind of softly close this one so it doesn't rub. Awesome knife. Another Whitler. 3 back springs, not a split back. Let's get that right there. This next one is a home run of a case knife, if you want to call it that. Look at that thick boy right there. That swell center, just sharp swell center right there. Almost, oh, it almost cuts you. No, I'm just playing. It won't cut you, but it's sharp. Then you got the little pinch, and then another little pinch. Then you got the slant, and then you got the flute. This knife has all the works. Got the swell center, the slant, the flute, the pinch. It's got it all. The numbering, again, it's another 4-digit like that one. So it could be a 7500, 2500, 5500, who knows. Now this pull, the main blade has a half stop. The pull is about an 8 or 9 on this knife. Case XX. And then there's the half stop. This is a 1996 Case XX. Love that shield, or love that tang stamp right there. By far the best tang stamp cases ever done. The X is under case, or tang stamp. Love that half stop. Tested 53046. 5 stands for stag. 3 stands for how many blades. Don't know what 0 stands for, and 46 is the pattern. Do kind of a soft close so it doesn't rub. Then what's weird, so the main blade and all the smaller blades, or the secondary blades on this one, there's only about a 1 point difference of my grade scale of the pull, or how hard it is to open if you don't know what pull means, how hard it is to get the blade out, and how hard it closes. This one, it's like, it goes from a 8.5 or 9 to like a 3 on these. These are very light. I can do it with this fingernail, and y'all know I don't have any fingernails, so if I can open it, you know it's not that hard. This is a pin blade, kind of a sharp, long pin blade. Very nice. Let's get the Case XX Bradford, PA, USA. What I like about the Case Testeds is they have, like, the tang stamps are all different kind of tang stamps, if that makes sense. They're all, I'll show on this one. Like, you obviously have the main tang stamp, and then you got the secondary blades have their own tang stamps. It kind of makes it cool, kind of switches it up a little bit. There's that one, kind of gives it a nice little, there we go. Look how thick that brass is right there. Let's take a minute and look at that. Okay, back to this knife. They kind of have, the Testeds kind of have their own different little feel to them than a regular case knife. And look how long this spay blade is. And this is what I was talking about. Look at that mean looking spay blade. It is awesome. I love that blade. two kind of full blades on the same whittler. The pin blade's also a longer blade, but instead of being like this knife, where it has one big blade, two little ones, it has three long blades. Three kind of primary. There we go. Three kind of primary blades, which is pretty cool. Instead of being, they're about the same size. Let's get this one out of the way. Yeah, they're about the same length, different thickness, of course, because the different thickness of blade, but long, short. Kind of different than your normal whittler. Get that one closed up, set over here. And the stag, you know, not the greatest on the front just because of how they had to kind of shape it to match that swell center. But the back is very pretty in my opinion. It's not a red stag, but it almost is tinted kind of red. And these are fingerprint magnets, if you couldn't tell. But that stag is very hard to get even and put on there. I think they did a good job with it, especially on the back side. Now, look at that spade blade. Sharp, just kind of rough and sharp. I love it. Great looking spade blade. Good looking pin blade too. And the spear kind of matches, like I was saying earlier, kind of matches this spear. See what I mean? How it kind of, it's like a half spear, half spay, if you want to call it that, half dagger. Obviously shorter because this is a cigar, so it's going to be longer. But just crazy looking half stop, insane half stop in my opinion. And this one you can't even sit sideways because it's a swell center and it's stag and it's thick stag too. So it's almost impossible to sit upright. Y'all let me know in the comments down below which one your favorite one is. I really don't have a favorite one. They're all kind of unique in their own way and got their own kind of feel. Obviously, I love the cigar. I love that just a long pull, spear point, and I got bigger hands, so it fits nicely. This knife is very pretty. I like blue. Blue is very nice. Bomb shield, very good looking pattern. This one, even, I love a 47 pattern Stockman. The size is about perfect. And this one just, all it does is take one blade and move it over here and kind of switches up the blades. And this is kind of like a Carolina clip. All 90s, all of these are 90s. Half stop. Let's get that half stop. Ooh, yeah. Nice half stop. Billboard, non-billboard, because this is kind of the run-of-the-mill one. It's not a tested or a classic. You know, different lengths. You got kind of, you know what, let's see something real quick. There we go. I'll put it at very end, get them all kind of pushed down here. The cutting edge on these are about the same, about 3, maybe 2, and let's get it evened up. I'd say 3 inches on the blade, about 2 3/4 on the cutting edge. This one I'd say about 2.5 inch blade. Yeah, about a 2.5 inch blade. Cutting edge about 2 3/8. Overall, we got about 7 inches for the cigar. Got about 6 7/8 for the 47 pattern, and about 6.5 for the swell center. So, I mean, all of these knives are different. Different lengths blades, different lengths cutting edges, different sizes, That's why I got them out. They're all considered whittlers, but they're all completely different, which I like. If you had to pick one, tell me in the comments which one you'd pick. I've kind of rambled on for a while, just kind of talking about them. If y'all couldn't tell, I like knives, and I like different kinds of knives. Obviously, I like my trappers, and I like my large stockman and stockman, but I like a different variety too. I don't like just one GEC or one case. I like, if it's a nice knife, I like it. Good bone, good stag. I like, let's just say I like knives in general, if you want to call it that. I like a good looking knife. If y'all like this video, let me know in the comments. Comment which one of these whittlers is your favorite. And hope y'all enjoyed this video. Have a nice Sunday afternoon. If you're not watching this on Sunday, have a good work week. Bye.